This video contains adult content not suitable for children.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm better looking Jordan.
And this is the Kokomo Press podcast. And this is just a test run that probably me and Jordan will be the only people that see. Maybe Courtney.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe Brian, so that he can hate it.
Yeah, he's definitely going to hate it.
You're going to hate it.
This is stupid.
This
is a super bad menu to go through. I don't know why you guys are doing this.
Yeah, everybody and their mom has a podcast.
I mean, so why not us, right?
Yeah. Why everybody could use one more flavor of like annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I talk good enough shit. Like, might as well. Somebody's gonna listen to me, and somebody's gonna hate it, and somebody's gonna yell at me. And yes.
We'll finally get a chance to like actually piss people off with our names, not just from posts where nobody knows who posted. They'll know this is coming out of Jordan Bell or Jordan Grainger or one of our guests' mouth. They're gonna hear it.
Hey motherfucker, I'm like this in real life, right? Like, this is what I think about like this homeless shit, because it's fucking stupid. Yeah. And like, why do we have people homeless? And you bulldoze this bullshit, and like it's fucking mind blowing.
It's crazy to me that this city is like trying to beautify things, trying to make things look a certain way, trying to make things be bring in business, bring in enterprise, try to keep people that like graduate from IUK. They want to try to keep them in Kokomo, because a lot of them graduate and have to work in Indy or work in Lafayette or a bigger city, and they can't get a chance to, or even have to work in a lot of places. So this is just a place where they want to keep all those people here and have the innovation come out of Kokomo. And I mean, I get it. It's a good thing to have as a a future goal, but to like force it so much that now you don't want anybody to see like the terrible things. You don't want to fix those instead.
There has to be a balance of both, obviously, right? Yeah. Like, you have to bring in jobs and shit like that, but like, I'm sorry, there's never a reason like anybody should be homeless. Like, and if they are living fucking in a tent off the side, not bothering anybody, man, dude, let people live. Like, and how hard is that? And
then you got like people are upset about what's going on the corners, and like I kind of get that. I kind of get where they're coming from, because it does suck when you're driving down the road and you see like every stoplight you get to, there's a person there, and you have to, I don't know, confront you have to confront your own feelings about being able to ignore another human when they want something, and at the same time you're like have to find a way to dismiss them.
Whoa. And
it's like now people want to be upset that they're there because they have to like think about things like that they maybe don't even want anything part of it.
Well, everybody's either going to be upset that they're there, or they're going to make fun of that they're there, and then the people that make fun of the fact that they're there in some sense are going to get yelled at or or a thing, right? Like, because like either you're going to think those people are there by choice, or they're a meth head, and you're not allowed to say meth head anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, whatever, done it.
I will say Simon is exempt, because maybe he wasn't making fun of them, but he was like spinning.
Oh, no.
That was one of my. I know we both talked about it. We both agree that's so funny.
I'm so fucking mad that I didn't do that. Like,
that's such a great idea.
Yes,
dude. I people that like pride ourselves on being like funny, like comedy. Yeah. You think we would have thought of something like Simon's got a good brain, because that shit popped off. That's funny.
I like that dude. I think I made an odd interaction with him the first time I met him, right? But it's cool, like, because I was a little drunk, and I was like, it was my birthday, and I was like, hey buddy, like,
what's Jordan?
What's up? I like you. You're cool.
That character, I like the character. I mean, it's not a character. I promise. That's how he actually is in real life. I'm just kidding. No, but I like the way. It's funny because you got different people that have different, like, they post online or they post on Facebook or Twitter or wherever, and they have like almost like a persona that's like funny, man. Because like, we're not like, this isn't Hollywood, but there are people around here that are legit like know they're playing a character on social media, and they're just like, this is. Like I love James Wright. Like, for the longest, I love like, his comedy. He's funny as shit. Like, he doesn't do stand up, or he doesn't do like, he's doing the show. He's doing Canary Currency like you, which is pretty great. Yeah. But like you guys do artistic stuff, but it's like it's funny how that parlays into like these characters people play online. It almost feels like they're doing a character half the time.
Well, I mean, aren't you? Like, is there really a thing as famous people anymore? Like no, like have you thought about this shit,
okay,
right? Like,
this is crazy.
Like, there's no such thing as really famous people anymore because everybody's so close. You know, back in the day, okay, Clark Gable, right? Yeah. He was super famous. The fact that like I know his name, like in. At all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know a single movie he did.
Nope.
I can't tell you a name of a movie, but I have heard his name.
Don't know. But yeah, because he was famous, right?
Yeah.
But like the world's so small now because we can do shit like this. We're tired,
Yeah.
For a podcast that everybody is like unique. We get to see everybody. Like so like everybody on social media is playing a part. It's if it's not entertainment for you, and sometimes that could be informative or whatever, but like if you don't see that, like you don't get the joke. you just don't get the joke.
It makes me wonder if our parents' generation, because we know, like, I don't know, every generation had their own like place where they hung out. Like we all hang out online, which is crazy, but our parents used to hang out at a place. Like I know, like my mom when she was younger, like. And it's still kind of like this, but just because just in general. But everybody she knew like all hung out at the bar. We all hung out at the bar. Everybody, you going to the bar this weekend? Let's go to the bar. Hey man, what bar are you going to? Oh, you're going to that bar. And we did it. I feel like you do that nowadays in your 20s a little bit.
I mean, yeah.
Just for a minute, but I feel like a lot of people, it's like almost like that's more TV show than anything. It's like there's so many shows where like they're hanging out at a bar.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, it's so clean. Well, okay, what else are you going to do? Everywhere's kind of the same. They're one of those mind-blowing things again, right? Like, because everywhere has basic shit. Everywhere has a bar. Yeah. And, sometimes you have pool halls, whatever. Like,
copy-paste next city.
Yeah. So
at least to some extent, it could be a smaller version. Maybe less bars, maybe one bar, but there's always a bar.
If you don't believe me, and... just go outside, look at the fact that Kokomo is trying to really become like copy-paste Fisher's Caramel over time, which I'm not even saying is a bad thing. No. I love beautiful things or whatever. Yeah. Pretty stuff makes me happy. Yeah. Like it, but that's what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I get it. I mean, I don't have a problem with us becoming nicer and stuff. Yeah. I just know that like as you gain a bigger population, as you get more people coming to Kokomo, as we get more cool things in Kokomo, it does bring a lot of people that need to be in a big city in order to make money. And then it kind of circles back to the whole idea of like the homeless. There's going to be more homeless people living in Kokomo because of the simple fact that there's more money here and people can make money and still, survive as much as they can. Because when you're trying to survive, you go to where you can survive. Yeah. Even if you can't find a place to live, if you can't hold down a job, you're having issues with doing all that, the only thing you can do is go, because the more rural you are, the less money you're getting. You got to go somewhere where there are people. So you're going to get more homelessness. You're going to get a lot more, you're going to get a little bit more crime. Things like that are going to happen. But that's what happens when you become a bigger city. You just have to hope that as people come in, they like it enough that they want to just enjoy the town.
Yeah. We don't want to be the uninviting city. Yeah. Like, we don't want to call everyone fucking people from Kokomo. Or
people from Chicago.
People from Chicago.
From the go, not the go.
Yeah.
Not the 3-0.
Yeah. I don't know, slick lingo or whatever.
The go.
The go. 303.
Windy City. The Windy City. We're also pretty windy lately, though.
We are. We really are. Like,
I'm kind of weirded out by it.
This is why I dress like this. Well, I guess we both dress like this.
Yeah, it's like shorts. Oh my god! I just realized we gotta cut this whole podcast off because I'm telling you right now, we didn't realize that we were dressing this similar.
Yeah.
We're both like shorts, hoodies, and hats.
I mean, and Nike hats.
I had Nike. Oh my god! I need some long socks because I think that's about the only thing that's kind of
don't steal my gimmick, man.
I'm a bad man.
That's my thing.
All right, I'll keep the short socks. I'll keep the short socks.
Yeah.
I'll keep the pantyhose. I mean, the short socks. I wore those, like, I remember when we would play basketball in middle school.
Yeah.
Everybody would wear crazy socks, like big. And nowadays the kids just wear ones that are like right here. And then they just bought braces that you can see on their arms and like all these.
Yeah.
Like Rondo or like
They're pretty
Chris
things.
Paul.
Everybody likes pretty things to look at, right?
That's true.
I don't know.
Who wears them all the time? I'm thinking like, I think Darren Williams. I know. I'm really aging myself with basketball a little bit, but Darren Williams. Remember Darren Williams?
Yeah,
played
Nets
for
or something right there.
Jazz. He played for the Nets too, but he played for the Jazz too.
Yeah,
and he played for the Nets towards the end because I think he played. I think Darren Williams played for the Nets when he played with like Paul Pierce and like. Remember when KG and them were on the Nets? That was crazy.
Dude, I remember
Joe Johnson, but all these people were out of their prime. It was such a bummer because that's a killer lineup.
What's crazy is I remember that time of basketball better. I can tell you about anything that's going on right now.
Yeah, I still follow right now.
I mean,
I follow less people than I used to. The problem is back in the day, you'd follow a guy and or a couple of guys in a team, and I still really love John Moran down in he plays for Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
This dude in college. I never watched him in college. Didn't see him play a single game in college. But I was on YouTube and they popped up like, and I was like, I clicked on it. Watching the stuff this dude did in college, I'm like, I can't help but root it. He was such a beast, man. And he was like he would like dunk on people and he was so short. He's a point guard, but he would dunk on people, and it's like. I follow him and then I follow the Pacers, which is killing me because they suck now.
I mean,
really bad.
But we're rebuilding. We've been rebuilding for the last 20 years.
Building to the first round and then losing and building.
How long?
To the first
Wait.
round.
How long ago was 1998? We've been rebuilding.
How dare you? We had a good team. We had that.
I'm sorry. What was it 99, 2000? That was the Lakers, right?
It was like I want to say. Well. I'm thinking. Well, they had that. Remember when they had Reggie Miller, J.O., Artest, Steven Jackson? Wasn't that like 03, 04? Because that was like Bad Boy Pistons or what beat or what? That's how they got in the fight with the people after the. Because I want to say, Bad Boy Pistons. Wasn't that 2003? No, because they had two different versions. Because they had the ones with was it. The second round was with Chauncey Billups. And I'm not thinking Isaiah Thomas.
No. You're thinking of Chauncey and then cat with the fucking the mask. Bro.
Yeah.
Like
what was his name?
And then that stupid fucking Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Just
and
hard.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace.
Both Wallaces.
Yeah, they had Ben too. Yeah.
You know.
That was a crazy group. What was the dude? Rip Hamilton.
Yes.
With the face mask.
Yes.
Bro, Rip was a beast, man.
He was.
He was an absolute. I remember I think he played it for a season with the Celtics too, which was a kind of crazy thing because I never.
Did he really?
Was it the Celtics? He played for another team for a minute. I want to say it was the Celtics because I followed the Celtics. I was a huge fan of Ray Allen when I was little because one of the first crazy movies I ever seen because I always seen like kid movies. The first adult film that I should not have seen in my life was He Got Game. I want to say it was He Got Game. My brother rented it with I went to my grandma's house to stay for the weekend. My brother lived with my grandma. He rented that movie, and my grandma was like, okay, it's about basketball, okay. And then we watched it in her bedroom on the floor, and while she sat in her chair, and she saw all the crazy stuff that was happening. Like, there's titties in that movie. There's fucking bitches naked. There's drug use. There's like terrible shit. Like, all kinds of crazy shit. Anyway. It's bad for a kid, and I was like so young. I was like in middle school, and it was 5th grade.
Oh, cool. I was super young, and my first movie was New Jack City.
Okay. So yeah, man.
Yeah, well, dude, like I mean, that's a crackhead.
Yeah.
Oh,
damn it.
Oh,
yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, like I said, every time I talk to you, I feel more sheltered. You make me feel way more sheltered when I talk to you, man.
I don't feel like I was supposed to watch.
Like white privilege. I used to not believe in white privilege until I started talking.
I don't feel like I was supposed to watch New Jack City. I think it was just on. I just really just... You
just caught glimpses of it and then got into it and nobody noticed or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. See, I'm sure something like that happened with me when I was younger. I want to say there is, but the first time I remember... like getting away with it, like literally, like it was okay for me to watch it. Like my grandma didn't. I go, we gotta turn this off, or what are you guys watching? Like when she caught us, because I remember getting caught watching shit that we shouldn't be watching. But that was the first time I watched the whole movie with all that shit, and like it was awkward because your grandma's in the room and you're seeing like, and there's titties, and you're like, Grandma, I love you. Like this is my granny, and I'm watching.
It was so awkward for me because my grandma raised me, right?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, when she raised me, like, things were stricter. I may have watched New Jack City prior to her.
That makes sense.
So, like, she would kind of monitor, but then after a while, like, she's my grandma, and like, she didn't know what the fuck was going on. Anyways,
it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
That is the curse of being a grandparent raising your children's kids, because I feel like there is at some point there is a gap that makes things a little difficult because they're just getting so much older in age, and you're just so young, and you get all this new lingo and music.
Don't you?
And they didn't really into
Don't you feel like that just as parent right now? Because there's still a fucking gap, like because they're all different. Like,
you ain't lying.
You got a house full. They're probably all different. Some of them are little and like forming and shit. But like, like, I don't know. My 3 are like so. They're so different, all different personalities, and like I love it. But like, they teach me shit all the time. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I've got my older son who is about to be 11, and I have a baby who's going to be 1 this year. Yeah. And those are like I have a 10-year gap, so like I was starting to think about it the other day because my girl's got 2 kids, a daughter and a son, and the son's 2, like 2 and a quarter. And I was thinking the other day, like, I had 2 daughters before, and I did the same things with them, and then I have Ryla. But everything I've done with Ryla since I've met her, I did with my girls from before, my other relationship. So, like, it wasn't anything new.
Yeah.
Jackson, I'm going to be teaching him shit I've only done once. So I got to do it twice. Ryla was 3 times, but now I got to... So I was thinking the other day, just randomly, like, man, I'm going to be the one to teach this kid to stand up and pee. Because, it's the guy role model that teaches him how to stand up and pee, because little boys... They learn how to pee sitting down, and they don't learn about that pee standing up until they're older. Somebody has to show them, like a guy in the family, or their mom does. And if their mom does, then that's a strong woman. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to teach this kid how to stand up to pee, and I'm like, this is crazy because I've only done that one time.
I don't know. I've done it a couple times now. So.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you got a bunch of boys.
Yeah,
a whole gaggle of them.
I do, man. Yeah, all 3 of them.
You got 3 boys, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've raised at this point in my, stepdad raising career, I've raised 2 girls and a boy, and then now I've got 2 more boys and a girl. So I'm going to end up, in my head, I'm always going to have 6 kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have my girls from my previous relationship that I don't get to see anymore, which, it is what it is. And then I've got my girl's daughter, and then her son, my 2 sons. I'm like, all of a sudden in my head, I'm a father of 6, and I'm like, man, I'm only 33. I'm a father of 6 in my head.
Sometimes I joke about being a stepdaddy, and I'm just like, oh wait, no, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I just became a dad again, which is crazy, because like, even though I had other kids, I didn't have other kids. And then when I met my girl, her son was already born. He was like 6 months old, but he was little, and she was super mom.
Yeah.
And then now I still have super mom on my side, luckily, because she's the greatest at that. But now I have a baby again, and it's like I had my little man with his mom, and I haven't done this twice, so it's like everything's like feels brand new. It's weird,
dude. I'd be so scared to go over that process again. This is why I'm single, and this is why like I don't know. I'm trying, but like I'm so scared to go through that process again. Like the thought of having another little human being, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that over again. I like the ones I got.
I forgot that first year how scary it is that your baby can just explode at any moment. Yeah. Like, did you have that? Remember? I mean, you've done 3 times.
Yeah.
I'd only done it once. Like I had 2 girlfriends with young kids, but they, it's different when like you're the one that does it, and, it's from the start, from 0 to like actually -9 months, 10 months to. I went through the whole thing, so it was so crazy, and it's just like this first year, like everything's like SIDS. I'm like deathly afraid of SIDS at all times.
Yeah.
And he just got like to 7 months. After 6 months, that sudden infant death syndrome is.
Yeah.
It's almost like the baby just like something just goes. They were saying there's like some tiny little thing in their brain that maybe wasn't fully developed when they were like came out. And then I know this is like really crazy to talk about, but like
this gets so dark.
I know it's dark, but like it's scary as shit. Like that's one of the things about life that like you don't think about is like. The first year, you can take care of your kid perfectly and like feed them and never let them cry or let them cry enough that they learn how to be independent. and then at the end of the day, fucking SIDS can just explode and they can just die, and you're like, what the fuck? I just raised a kid for almost a year. But anyway, not morbid enough. After about 2 months, it goes down. After 6 months, it goes down, like the severity, and then after a year, it's very. But just from him being a boy, he's more likely. It's just scary, dude.
Nobody ever scared me enough with these analytics for me to like be petrified.
Oh, I did it for myself. I didn't need any help. AKA Google. You know what I mean? Like Google scares the shit out of me, man.
Dude, I've been anti. Let me Google that.
Yeah.
For a long time. Like, you have to for certain things, but like when it comes to medical shit, I'm like,
yeah,
no, because it's just I'm gonna die. That's the extent, because you know, unfortunately, babies can pop out and then apparently explode, and you know, my
worst fear is like, as a person, is like something like that happens, your baby's dead, you're like in the worst place possible, and then you have to explain to the cops what happened. Because if you have a kid that has SIDS,
I feel like we have two different scenarios. I would hope not. Like, I don't even mean to laugh at this. This is a horrible thing to laugh at right now, right?
Like the skit we did. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get down on my knees. I know the protocols officer. It's so terrible, but that's how the feeling is. You know what I mean?
I would I don't ever want to go through that feeling. I hope that's not the feeling. I would really hope a cop wouldn't be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
What'd you do to your kid?
Well, I feel like immediately people think like if there's a dead kid, like somebody did something.
Well,
and SIDS is like,
you have to okay, so I think that's there. That has to be called something, right? Like that. There's some kind of like psychological thing for people that do this, because like we think the same thing like when a spouse ends up dead.
Yeah.
Because you know, God forbid your spouse ends up dead.
Yeah.
First person they're gonna look at is you.
Yeah. So the first suspect is the person closest.
Yes.
And I'm like, and I think that if let's say you're in a 2-parent household, okay, let's say you're lucky, this little baby is in a 2-parent household, everybody was amicable, everybody's happy, there's no issues, or even 2 people taking care of a kid together, even if they're not together. That's great. You know what I mean? But in some cases, people there's a one parent doesn't want to do it, and you have issues like that.
Things happen.
Like those
people
things happen
out eventually sometimes, whether they should or shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I guess people go through shit, right?
Yeah. That's the truth. But at least that baby, you know what I mean? If he's in a 2-parent household, he gets to like grow up happy.
Yeah.
Which is that's what you want. And then, but like I feel at the end of the day, if you're in a 2-parent household and something like that happens, the first person they look at is not the mom. They're looking at the dad like, what the fuck did you do, dude?
Well,
it was you. It was definitely you that did it, because that's the mom and she loves her kid. Why don't you love your kid? And I feel like it's scary sometimes that they like. Well, it feels like that sometimes. Like we're always the perp, even.
Yeah.
But that to me is, I think about that, and then I think about what's the next step, and that's being black in America.
Yeah.
Is like it's the next ring is like being black. So
I've been arrested for these scenarios. Not that scenario.
Yeah.
But like
no dead babies.
Not dead babies. No dead babies.
Okay, he has no dead babies in his past.
Never been around dead babies. I got a past, and I don't care. You can look it up and then call me a bad person for it. I don't really give a fuck. Like,
he's a very bad person.
Probably. I don't know. I'm trying, living a better life, not judging.
He's the thing that everybody on the Facebook page right now that says is impossible. Anybody who has rough times and gets better, like they think that's impossible. You cannot
get better. You can yes the fuck you can, bro.
Exactly.
Yes the fuck.
I think that's the point.
Well, everything's mentality, but don't throw at me. Well, just get a job, because it is hard to get a job sometimes.
Yeah,
it is. I've been jobless.
Yeah, there was
in America like this, not just. We were talking about me getting arrested, whatever. But yeah, like I've been jobless here, and you've had to figure shit out.
Yeah.
But it's hard, you know. And sometimes even if as stupid as it sounded, you just don't have basically just a high school diploma.
Yeah.
That doesn't help. But I think where we fuck up is that we don't quantify what a person's worth is on what they can actually do, because you as a person can do so many fucking things, right? So you find your niche, and you
or maybe it's multiple things. Some people are really good at multiple things. I know some people can do they have so many different talents, and even expecting them to only do one,
That's stupid.
Yeah, like it's so weird.
That like look, I don't think the millionaires and billionaires of the world wake up and they're like, hey, what's this one thing I'm about to do today? Like Donald Trump had multiple areas
where he was stealing people.
Yeah.
He had multiple different ways to screw people out of stuff. Don't worry about it. He's probably the most. He's probably he's probably the type of president that we never thought we would ever have in this country, and then when we have him, he's one of the, because at one point he was not just a celebrity, but he was a beloved celebrity in the black community, where there's like a lot of songs about being rich like Donald Trump, and I remember there was a lot going on.
No one was celebrating him,
but they wanted to be
the image of
a rich. He was just a rich guy.
Let me be this rich dude that can sell a bunch of properties. Yeah. Nobody's like, I really want to be Donald fucking Trump. No one.
I take all what I just said back.
No one thinks that way unless they live in a trailer park down by the river.
I moved out last week, so that's why.
Look. I'm allowed to say this. I used to live in a trailer.
Me too. Me too. Bottom from the bottom. Now we have.
Yeah.
I used to live in the trailer too.
So, but no one thinks that unless that's the case, and their favorite activity is NASCAR, and NASCAR on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm sorry to people that are cool. That like, I got a buddy of mine who is like, hey man, listen. We're gonna make some generalizations on here, and you just have to deal with it because we're just messing around.
I mean, I don't want to hurt.
He's not saying it's just those guys, but he is saying if it's a guy doing it, it's a guy that does that too. Those are like they're this close. So if you love NASCAR and NASCAR video games, and you have a nuanced perspective on life, we definitely agree that you probably exist. But the guy that you're playing like online against, one of those guys has to be completely racist and ridiculous.
Let me know if I touched you in your no-no square. I didn't mean to hurt you personally. I just, generalizations can be fun sometimes. I guess.
That's true. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like that. I do that shit all the time. Generalizations are how comedians are fun. I want to see what this was.
What the fuck is that?
This is a button from a band show I was on. It says Pink Ranger Girl Edition, and I somehow got this button from a band that played a show downtown that I was at. And for some reason, I kept it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like the band. I like their music. This is random, but yeah.
That's random.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing is the show I'm writing, the show that you're going to star in, and I'm going to be in, and Brian's going to be in, and Maddie, and that's the show that we've got 2 episodes on, and I've got a couple episodes that I'm trying to think about writing, but I can't figure out how to start, but I'm going to write something. But that show, one of the songs I want in that opening episode is by that band, so that'd be cool to that's a cool plug. You know what I'm saying?
Just wait till Ultra Droid comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think that's the tentative name, and that's because Maddie said we're gonna
We should do casting couch session.
Yeah, if anybody wants. So we got a chair. Yeah. If you want to come sit in this chair.
Yeah, we have. What's her name?
Her name is girlfriend number 2.
She don't have a real name.
I haven't given her one.
Man, you're
Sally.
You're a lazy fuck.
Are you Sally?
You?
I am lazy. I put my girl's crop top Nike hoodie on her, and this wig, and I'm like, it's kind of the same color hair as my girlfriend, so it's like some weird perverted girlfriend shrine, I guess.
I like it,
but not on purpose. Like it was an accident. It was just one the only ones I had. So my girl's grandma came over for the birthday party, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have that doll in there, and I was a little bit ripped, I think, at the time, or a little bit funny, and I was like, all right, man, like, if you're not gonna throw her away, you gotta at least put a shirt on her. So that's why she's got. I'm like, her grandma's gonna see the blow up doll, but at least she'll have to see the titties. Let's be modest with the blow up doll. That's why there's a fucking shirt on this.
I like it.
Hey, man.
I don't know. If my grandma walked in, I'd just be like, art is art, grandma, art. I'm not an artist, but I put it up that way, so yes.
Anyway, this has been our quick 30-minute video that we just did.
Dude, we did 30 minutes.
To see how this would go. We used a weird setup. We're going to get some new equipment, but this was like, let's do this, see how it sounds, and if it's any good, it might be out there. I don't know. We might put it out there.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for having us.
Too sweet,
This is the Kokomo Press podcast with Jordan and Jordan and Jordan. We're all Jordan. Actually, her name's Jordan too.
With a Y.
With a Y. Love you. Bye.
What up, all? Hopefully you guys just finished listening to this episode of the podcast. Again, you can find us at the Kokomo Press on Facebook. My name is Jordan Bell again. You can find me on Facebook. Same name, you know. Also, you can find me on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet stuff, but I'm kind of old, so I don't understand it. But I'm at TigerJ87. So holla at your boy if you liked what you heard. Holla at your boy if you didn't like what you heard and you want to yell and cuss at me. I don't give a fizzuck.